Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. How are you today? Don't remember if I've done this for you before. So seems like your dad looked familiar. Um, I do so many I can't remember everybody. Anyway, don't forget this is not an exact science. Communicate the best way we can. Sometimes you'll have to stretch it outside the box a little bit. They never waste a message. There's always a reason for whatever they show or say. So keep it in mind if it doesn't make any sense now. And you'll either see it later, remember it later, or somebody else will validate it for you later. Go, oh, I know what he's talking about. So, well, started to say something, then he quit. Oh, he said, I know you put his name down as Eugene. He's calling himself Gene. So evidently some people called him Gene. And somebody even just called him G, just the letter G. So he's validating whoever that is. He says you're just a bundle of hugs and kisses. Not sure what he means by that. You've been hugging and kissing a lot of people lately. Sorry, they make my head itch. I don't know why. Drives me crazy. Okay, well they love smells, sounds, and electronics because those things are so easy for them to do. You know, if you put a big boulder in your living room and ask them to move it, probably not going to happen. So he's coming in with a very strong smell. Not like BO or anything like that. It's more like almost like stale cigarette smoke, some kind of stale smoke. So I don't know if he smoked. Somebody around him smoked. Went to a place where people smoked, and he always came home smelling. He was around campfires or burning something a lot. Don't, just some kind of stale smoke. So no, when you smell that, validate him, acknowledge him, tell him you love him, and ask him to bring you more signs if you want more signs. It's your free will choice. Yes or no. But let him know that you know that's him popping in. He says to say I love you. Don't forget to tell her that. Okay. I love you very deeply to the depth of my soul. And I don't feel like I said that enough. I don't feel like I made you totally feel how deep I loved you. He says male ego. Male ego. Yeah, they don't get wussy like us girls. Usually. Some do. He says you're a beautiful person. Something about you contradicting yourself. Contradicting yourself. See if he's going to tell me in what subject or area. He just says in life. Well, that's pretty broad. I mean, that's a little vague. Contradicting yourself. So evidently, one day you do this, and then the next day you do the opposite, and then the next day you do the opposite, and the next day you're contradicting yourself somehow. So he wants to bring that to your attention. I wish they could quit making me itch. I look like I have heebie-jeebies. He wants you to be aware of how you're flip-flopping. So decide on one or the other, and one or the other. Write it down. Write down. When you figure out what this flip-flopping thing is, write down the one that you really want. Write it down. Keep it there. Tell your guides, that's what I want. Even though, see, I do that too. Oh, I want that right there. I want it that color there. No, I want that color. No, I want it that color. No, I want, and my mind's always going like that. So I don't know if he's talking about you doing something like that. Like you think you want it one way, and then you want another way, and then you want it this way, and then you want that color, and then you want, write it down. Tell your guides, this is what I want. Don't make big details. Just, I want blah, 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 and let it go. Then they know which one to settle on, if it's the right one for you. And a lot of times, even if it's not the right one, they're still going to help because it'll be a lesson for you to learn. Well, I was going to ask something about your path, what he thought. And he says, sometimes you take the scenic route. And that's what I do. I just did that the other day. I was driving somebody somewhere and got lost. They were upset, and I go, I'm just taking the scenic route. It's okay. We'll be fine. Did you die? No. So sometimes, instead of going straight down your path, sometimes you take the scenic route. Take that little fork in the road you shouldn't. And yet, doesn't mean you shouldn't. It could be there's just somebody you need to meet over there on the scenic route, or something you need to learn on the scenic route, and you're still going to come around and come right back on. So he said you pretty much made it right back on your path. That's what he's showing me right now. He says, like a turtle. You take the scenic route like a turtle takes forever. He says, get back on there. You know where you ought to be. He's giggling. Probably because I'm giggling. He's so cute. He wants to see you happy, of course. And he's asking what he can do to help you be happy. Tell him. Just flat out tell him. You don't have to say it out loud. You can talk telepathically to him. So tell him what you think it would take for you to be happy. But you really need to be. It's not, I want a new car. It's not. It's got to be something for your soul, spirit, whatever you want to call it. What would it take to make your heart happy? Truly heart happy. And ask him to help you with it. Usually I say, if Uncle Joe didn't have a pot to piss in down here, you don't ask Uncle Joe for financial advice when he gets up there because he didn't know how it worked here. But your dad's just jumping right into this one. What's it going to take to make your heart happy? Let me help. Asking. You have to. You cannot override your free will choice. You have to ask and then allow for whatever comes forward. Giving permission to help. He said something about cranberries, but it's like fresh cranberries. I've never eaten a fresh cranberry, I don't think. I don't even like the gel at Thanksgiving. Something about cranberries. So I don't know if you've just had some, you put some in your salad, grow around you. I don't know where you live. I don't know why he's referring to cranberries, or other than maybe he liked them. Now he's talking about dried cranberries. I don't know that there is such a thing, is there? I don't know. Anyway, just keep that in mind. Okay, he says mom is there with him. And they're showing themselves together, almost like a picture that you would take for the church directory catalog, of all the members. Dressed nice. him kind of standing behind her, sitting down, and just like, we probably can't pull their energy apart. They're so close. He's doting on her. He calls it doting. He's doting on her. Together forever, till death do us part, and he starts laughing. This just roars, just throws his head up and just roars, and his belly's kind of jiggling. He's got such a big laugh. He says, death doesn't part you either. He said, that's all fake. It's a sham. Death does not do you part. Death brings you together in a different way. He says it's glorious. You keep your ass there for now. But you keep your ass there for now. It's your job right now. Do what you're told. He's smiling. Do what you're told. You have to finish your mission. I don't think he's going to tell us what that is. We're all here to learn. It's like a big school down here. It's for our soul to learn different things that it's easier to learn down here. Just remember, we both love you. And you chose us to be your parents. Okay, well, that might be a little... We pick our parents before we come down here. Just, at least that's what they taught me. So you chose them to be your parents before you landed here. Millie, shut up. And he feels very blessed that you chose him. So what kind of lessons did you learn from him? By being his child. Ooh. You can hear grandson's dog. Grandson got up. Ooh. He wants in. She wants in. Her human's up. Ooh. He's saying sometimes when you get up in the morning and you have your coffee, or whatever it is you drink, when you first get up, drink coffee when I'm working, but my get up and go juice is Pepsi. Anyway, so it didn't have to be coffee. And when you have quiet time and you're sitting there relaxing, not rushing around trying to go somewhere or take somebody somewhere, it's like you hear music in your head, or you hear music far off in the distance. Somehow that's coming from them. It's almost like the angel music, the heaven music. It says, no, you're not going anywhere yet. Keep your ass planted there. It's like I hear distant music. It's not headbanging music. It's more like angelic, more like heavenly. I don't know what this is or why you would be hearing it. So know that that'll be a sign from both of them at the same time. It's almost like a little touch of heaven, but it's very, very soft, very. It would be hard to hear unless you were really calm, really quiet, maybe just sipping on some coffee or whatever it is with nothing turned on. And it sounds like maybe music like way far off in the distance, but it's not actually from here. So, not sure what that is for or the reason. But when you hear it, validate them, both of them at the same time. There's also a little boy with him. Oh gosh, I hate guessing ages. 3, no, not 3. Gotta be older than that. Nah, 3 to 5, somewhere in there. Straight dark hair, a little bit of a round face, not pudgy. He's not a pudgy kid, but he doesn't have a little skinny face. Healthy face is what I would call it. And maybe that's what I should call mine, healthy. He has this little boy with him. He wants somebody to know that this little boy is with them. Little boy's very sweet, dressed very nice, crisp, clean clothes. I'm guessing that's what kind of he would have wore here. I want to say his name starts with an M, but we stink at names. Really, really stink at names. So don't hold me 100% to that. Don't throw it out if the initial is wrong, like Michael or Mikey or something along that line. But don't hang on to that one little piece. It's more about the rest of it, because we stink at names. We didn't used to, but we do now. So he wants somebody to know that he has this soul with him. He says, okay, he's done his job. He's out of here. He's out of here. Says you'll talk to Mom next. Okay. Much love to you, my dear. Thank you for being patient. I got so far behind with losing my voice and being out of town and all that stuff. So much love to you. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved one. Later.